What's up, loves? Welcome to Hustle and Vibes. I'm your girl, Pink Vibes, and today I'm joined with battle rap greatness, Mr. Quest Mcody.
Yo, what's good?
How you
right?
doing, Bravo Pounded? How you feeling?
I can't complain. What about you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain either. Feeling blessed.
Hey, that jacket fly though. You out here? I see you.
Thank you. You like it a little bit? I
little
started coming to
bit.
see Quest. I gotta get fresh for Quest.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then.
See how I use that rap.
Yeah,
you
can do this. What
I'm
I
such a
do.
battle rapper. It's like really not though.
Right.
But with you are really like battle rap royalty, right? So I look at you like that.
If you feel that way, I definitely
and
won't argue.
You are, and you're definitely putting on for the city. And with battle rap, it is such a tremendous and out the box style of rapping, right? What made you decide to want to become a battle rapper?
I always rap.
Okay.
You know, I always recorded music. I was on the set of 8 Mile. I was just an extra. I was young, like a teenager maybe. And like people were like, it was just guys up there rapping. I was like, oh, I could do that. I rap better than these people. That's what I thought.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And I was like, yo, I'm gonna start doing battles. I just started getting into battles like in the city, going to like open mics, different shit.
Nice.
And I ended up just like on TV for battling, and it just kind of took off from there. Yeah.
Dope. So when you are about to battle someone, what is going through Quest's mind before you hit that stage?
At that point, just trying to remember my material.
Yeah.
At that point, like, you know, it's more like where it is now versus where it was before. It used to be I just show up to a battle and I just rap what came to my mind.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It was more predicated off freestyle. So you had to actually, like, I would be rapping at a lower technical level than I could actually rap because I'm thinking of stuff off the top of my head.
Right, freestyling it.
When battle rap kind of transitioned into the like written format or what have you, it gave you more time to think and create. So I was able to, I found myself able to do more of the things I do when I record music.
Right.
Different types of cadences, wordplay, different things start being incorporated into it. So it's more of a plan, plot, strategize kind of thing.
Got you.
Before the battle, I just, I be amped. I kind of know what my material is.
Yeah.
I've been pretty successful, so most times I think I'm gonna win or
Okay.
whatever. I don't think I've ever thought I was gonna lose.
Right, but that's a good way to think, bro. Confidence.
Yeah, so like that's it. Just like getting through my material.
Yeah. So when you find out who you're about to battle, do you like do research on that person?
It really depends on who I'm battling.
Okay.
Like some of my bigger battles, I battle people that are pretty well known. You know what I'm saying? Like I have battles with Daylight, Math Hoffa,
Nice.
the 2-on-2s that I do with Marv. And then sometimes like a smaller league will book you, where they'll have somebody they trying to like maybe give a shot or introduce into it, and they want to have them battle somebody that's got a name in the culture already because it's a shot at, what we call a professional.
Exactly.
So when it comes down to those people, you have to do a little more research, but then it's usually not as much because you're battling somebody that they might have grew up watching you and you don't know anything about
them. Exactly.
So yeah, you watch old battles. I don't watch as many old battles as I do just analyze the person.
Okay.
Or whatever, like from a like just more like psychology almost, like just like
get in their mind, mess
like
with them mentally.
Just figuring out what they like, figuring out what's going on. Like I'm looking at you right now, you dress nice, you got a good eye for fashion.
For sure.
So like if I was about to battle you, I know you're gonna come to the battle in some like high fashion, some colors.
Right.
So I may just think about ways to
play on that.
Play on that.
Sure.
Use that. Say you insecure about something.
Right. Flip it on me.
Right.
I like
and
it.
Then make the things that are really really dope about somebody not so dope.
So dope.
Anymore.
Yeah. That's really an art form though.
Yeah.
Now I've always wondered, like, when you are about to battle someone, is there something that's off limits? Is there anything that's off limits with you guys?
I think it's person to person.
Okay.
For me, I don't really do names of people in your family or Like if I may reference your son or your daughter or your mother or your sister or your brother, and it's usually if I know nothing about them. But like if I know that your mother passed away, then I won't be like, oh, your mama, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know lines, not which lines not to cross.
I'm not gonna say for the most part. Well, I won't say a kid's name.
Okay,
you know,
that's real.
I won't say like your mother's name or something. If somebody on the stage with you, then they know what they're getting into.
Yeah, exactly. They know what they're there for.
But and I won't talk about people that can't defend themselves, like the dead children, stuff like that. Like I'm good on that.
And I respect that about you because I feel that even though, you know, roasting and capping is all part of battle rap, it's like certain things you like, ooh, maybe that was too far. You feel me? So the fact that you have like a limit that you're willing to be like, nah, that's not tasteful.
Plus I rap really, really well.
Yeah, and, so you don't really need to.
I could out rap just about anybody. So like just being, not even just about anybody. And you know, some people use that as a crutch. Like I done seen people, I saw a guy like he ripped somebody obituary up and spit on it. Like it's just like it's so much that goes on with people who lack in maybe the talent,
exactly.
So they shoot for the shock value
and
of
the props and shenanigans.
Yeah.
So, like, how are you so calm when you're on stage and that opponent is talking some crazy talk? How are you so poised, so unbothered?
I mean, I know at the end of the day it's words. I don't have no problem with this person. You know, I wouldn't battle somebody I had a problem with because how could we be in the same space?
Yeah, facts.
If we have a real problem, right?
Facts.
And I'm solid. Like, all you could do is make up shit or give your perspective.
Yeah.
Like, I'm solid. Like, I ain't never fucked nobody over. I ain't never, like, my word is my bond. I don't be lying. I don't steal. I ain't shady.
Yeah. You solid.
I don't fuck with nobody girl. Like, so, like, I don't, like, kiss and tell. Like, ain't nobody to tell and kiss.
Come on,
like,
come on.
So it's like, you know, what you gonna do? You gonna get out here and you're gonna paint a picture of me that you want people to buy.
Right.
So if that's all you got to do, then I mean, I just got to do that better than you.
Now, you're such a dope lyricist, right? I need to know who Little Quest was listening to growing up.
You know, it's wild because like the people I name probably won't be like the people like you think.
Really? I'm intrigued now.
Like I couldn't really like listen. Like number one, I didn't really know what rap was until I got like in the second, third grade, just because like I was a really big Michael Jackson fan. Like,
nice.
My mom took me to the concerts and like I saw Michael Jackson perform.
Come on, live? That is dope.
At Cobo Hall. And I listened to what I could.
Yeah.
And it was the people who didn't cuss. I couldn't listen to people with cursing. So like the first like rap that I got was like Fresh Prince, Heavy D.
Nice.
So I used to take like Heavy D raps and like put my name in the spots where he would say his name.
Come on.
Or whatever. And then I just started writing. I started creating. I listened to like, you know, like as a kid. I'm talking like as a kid.
Yeah.
Like the bubblegum stuff, like MC Hammer and shit like that.
Right.
And then I got older and I got really into Tupac. I always liked Tupac because he was he spoke from a vulnerable space, and so that kind of shaped the kind of music I like the kind of music I make. I make vulnerable music.
Exactly.
And I like artists that I can like really like feel. So like Tupac, Method Man, which is like Method Man was the first CD that I actually own.
Wow.
Or whatever his first CD. And the wild thing, like I got a song with Method Man for my new album. And
congrats.
so like it's, you know, it's super dope to have somebody that I looked up to.
Yeah, to have the opportunity to work with them.
To actually work with them. So that was really dope. I listened to like DMX, Jay-Z, of course, Biggie, and stuff like that. Like I always enjoyed the people that had stories.
Yeah, storytellers. Because you are a storyteller.
Definitely.
You definitely are a storyteller.
And then, you know, like getting older and just growing into it, just like on the scene, like Eminem was an influence from just being somebody from Detroit, but
right.
record deal. So, but for bulk of the time, like it was those artists that were not only like lyrical in their delivery, but like vulnerable in the things they talked about.
Facts. Now you're so articulate and you're so creative. Were you like this as a child also?
I've always been able to like create. Like, you know, like I've always been able to, like, I learned how to rap because I didn't know how to do a dance. And
okay.
And then, like, we were doing like just a little program in the I think it was like a teacher named Miss Harris and a janitor, and I was just upset because I couldn't learn the dance that they were trying to teach us to do for a program. And the guy asked me if I wanted to like do a rap, and I didn't. Like I said, I didn't know what rap was. So I'm like, you know, what's a rap? Like, what do you mean? How do I do it? You know, oh, you just rhyme words. You say this, and then you end it with something that rhymes.
Right.
And I wrote a rap that day.
And what grade was this?
It was like the second grade. And so I wrote a rap, and I performed a rap at the school whatever program.
Yeah.
And then by the next year, the whole school, like my whole class, would back me up in the rap. So like I started. So I've always been able to create. I've always wanted to be up front, like just inspiring people with the words, with my words. And what's wild is, you know how like when you're young, you think your purpose is what you do, and not who you are, or whatever, or what you build from what you do, or whatever. We think it's a thing and not an act, right? So like my thing was rap, but my act was inspiring people and motivating people through the words that I say, right? So when I got older, I realized that it wasn't just rap. It was inspiration. It was being able to motivate and galvanize like people.
For sure, you know. For sure. Now speaking of motivating and inspiring people, to a battle rap artist out there, female or male, who wants to get into the game, but they're like, I don't know, like the steps to take. I don't know who to reach out to. What's some advice for them?
Just get good. I mean, get good. Master your art. Don't worry about so much. Like, I didn't know that battle rap was gonna be what it is. Like this is what I do. Like, I don't go and like clock in and go do something. Like, I make a living off of not just battle rap, but just the arts, right?
Yeah.
But when I started battling, it wasn't no main stage. It wasn't crowds of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. It wasn't big multi-million-dollar deals with battle rap corporations. So it wasn't no money. It was just me trying to get better at what I do. And because I was trying to get better at what I do, I stood out. And because I stood out, I helped like push a culture forward. You know what I'm saying? To become what it is. So like when you think about it, if I had just been worried about the money or something, I probably wouldn't have, you know. So staying at it, practicing your craft, working on it, rehearsing, and then getting out there and being active, doing battles, going out there, reaching out to leagues, not expecting a handout, and just get out there and work.
Yeah.
It's a little different just because, like, I don't know, I predate the battle rap industry.
Okay.
It's an industry now. Like, a lot of people don't know. Like, it's literally an industry.
Yeah.
Like, we have, like, we get flown out. Like, artists got flown out to do music. We get per diems. We get deposits. We get.
You guys deserve it, man.
So like, it's a business. It's an industry. But I didn't know it was gonna be that. I didn't know that I could get like 5-6 figures in a battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be dope. I was trying to advance my career in music itself.
Yeah.
And this happened. So my advice would be just do you, work hard, and you know, stay active, and it'll happen if it's supposed to happen for you.
For sure. Now you are a jack of many trades. You're a rapper, you're a director, you're an engineer. Like, how do you juggle all of these greatness?
You don't juggle. I think the worst thing in the world, like people talk about being, like people multitask.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Just focus, harness your energy.
I mean, just focus on something. Like, you could stop doing this and go do something else.
Yeah.
But like when I'm in here working with an artist, like I write for artists, I produce for artists, I create, I engineer, I produce vocals, I arrange songs. Like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not rapping. I'm not trying to get a verse or a feature. I'm trying to make what you got what it's supposed to be.
Right.
But you know, I didn't just like pick up and say, "Yo, this is what I'm gonna do." It's something I always done. I was a kid in a recording studio. I grew up in a recording studio.
Wow.
I didn't like get like until I got older and started getting money, like, you know, however. And I didn't like growing up. I didn't want no drawers. I wanted a new piece of equipment so I could record my raps.
I love that.
So, like when I got older, like just some of the things that I learned being a young kid with, like, you know, it wasn't YouTube. I couldn't go online and get no beats, so I had to make them. They was trash for a real long time. And you know, so for me, I'm just, you know how like you got LeBron James, he go on the basketball court, right?
Yeah.
And people compare him to a lot of people because he do a lot of things, you know. I consider like it's a lot of shit in my toolkit or whatever, and it's just because of the experience. But and purpose. My purpose is I'm not a rapper, just like I'm a creator. I create. I create things for the masses. I create things for the world. Like when I direct a music video, like this is my thought, and it's wild that we in here, right? Like we come in this room and we get to twisting all these buttons and hitting all these things.
Yes.
Until what's inside of our mind
is brought to life.
Is heard in its exact intention.
Yes.
To the world. So that's magnificent that I have something in my brain that don't exist, and I'm gonna make it actually.
Come on.
Like, so when you talk about just like the art of creation, right? It's mystifying when you think about it, because I can literally make something out of nothing.
Yes.
I can literally give you this. This was in my mind. I'm just selling you my thoughts.
Yeah.
That's
literally.
It. Like that's it. Like I'm selling you my idea, or whatever. Yeah. So, I think that like that branches out into other things, and that's how like I got involved in like just doing things within the community, helping revitalize the community, helping when something happens to people in the community, putting boots on the ground, getting out there volunteering, raising funds, making an impact, chopping it up, and it's all from creation. It's in my mind. Ain't shit that I can't make happen. Like I could, like if I want that door to be sideways, like because I see it, like I could do it. Like it ain't nothing stopping me from doing it other than, yo man, that door ain't usually supposed to be sideways.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Doubts of others, right?
Yeah,
the only thing in your way.
Yeah, man, you think it's that. I think it's this. What's up?
Hello?
Let me show you
what it really is, right?
Yeah.
No,
or let me show you let me show you what I see.
Yeah.
And I've been able for 20 years, I've been able to show people what I see, and they appreciate it. So
yes, because it's beautiful work of art, bro. Definitely. Now, I'm such a strong believer in manifestation, right? I believe if you have a dream or a thought or a goal, you have to eat, live, sleep, talk, walk this dream in order for it to, you know, come to life. Do you believe in manifestation?
Yeah. I did this show on not Showtime. I did a show on Showtime. But I did a show on MTV. It was MTV Made. I was a main coach. Okay. And I remember not getting a call for the audition, or so I thought. And I was feeling like, man, how the fuck they do an audition in Detroit and they call me? I was feeling like, I guess, like I was feeling the right way because I ended up doing the show. Okay. But I found out through people that they had reached out and I didn't get the message. So I found the email. It was an old email. Yeah. I called Viacom. I asked to speak to the lady who sent the email. Yeah. She happened to pick up, and I'm like, hey, listen. She's like, oh well, we're done. We already did casting. Yeah. The director, the producer's about to go home, and like the next 8 hours, they plane leave or whatever. I'm saying, where are they? Yeah. They were like 3 hours away from me. I'm like, all right, well shit, I'll meet them. I'll go see them. Where they at? So they worked out everything and got me the information. I got in the car with my homies. We drove out there. My homeboy, Pallavi, shout out Pallavi. Yeah. He was in the car and he tell me this to this day. He was like, I thought you was crazy. Right. Because I was in the back of the car. I was in the back of the van. Like I was writing notes about how I was gonna do and the things that we were gonna talk about when I did my my interview with the person. So the whole way there, I'm just like, yeah, man, look, we're gonna get there. I'm gonna walk up in there, man. I'm gonna wow this lady. I'm gonna get this shit. This shit is mine. I got this. Yeah. And that's what happened. And I think that comes from just having and I don't want to get too deep, but
yeah.
Like, all right, do I want to do this? Yeah, all right. We all pray to God, or some people pray to God or to a higher power, to whoever, right?
Yes.
Manifestation come from heaven. You know, what does God do? People that subscribe to this, they say, yo, God manifested what we see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I strive to be like God, like in my own being, right?
Right.
Then I gotta create.
Yeah.
I gotta manifest.
Facts.
So like if God got that power, I'm not God. I ain't no big G.
Mm-mm.
I can be a little G.
Little G, yeah.
I can be a little
Made
G.
in His image.
And so the little G in me say, yo, I can make stuff happen for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can make stuff happen for you. Me and my homie hit me up once. He was like, yo, shit going on in Flint, man. They need help, man. We gotta do something. I'm like, yeah, we do. What can we do?
Yeah.
And through our manifestation, hard work, due diligence, and the people around us, we were able to get over 100,000 bottles of water to Flint. We were able to get over $10,000 worth of supplies to Flint. I was able to get Timberland, a motherfucker I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know Timberland, but I reached out to somebody that got me on the phone with Timberland to have a conversation with them, and I got them to come out here and help us raise money and do some things that like before, like niggas saw verses, we had Timberland here on stage playing his music to the crowd.
Oh my
like
God.
not performing, not a rap show, not nothing. Him doing the same thing, but he was doing it by himself, right? And he did that to help with some shit that, you know, one of my homies, he had the idea, and we made it happen. So we all got a little G in us.
Yes, we do. I love that, Reverend. Thank you for sharing that story with me, because I feel like a lot of times we let other people deter us from our dreams, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm like, you know what, I want to open my own boutique. And my sister is like, no, P, you know, I think you should just stick to music. And my best friend is like, no, P, you know, and after a while, those thoughts and those opinions start to set in, you know? You have to know yourself, know your capabilities, know how powerful your thoughts and your mind, you know what I'm saying, your words are, and really just walk in your faith and walk in your purpose, you know?
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
And you can't let nobody put their fears on you, because we do that inadvertently.
Yeah,
Our
for
parents
sure.
do that.
Yes.
You know, hey man, go do this. And make sure you do this. And you're like, all right, cool. And, you know, respectfully decline or accept, you know, the advice. But I don't think that people mean harm by it.
Yeah.
Because people are so afraid, and like shit don't make sense. Like, I'm 18 years old. Let me tell my mama, hey mom, I'm gonna battle rap and they're gonna pay me. I'm gonna go and just talk shit about somebody, and they're gonna fly me around the world. I'm gonna go to London, Japan, Jamaica, wherever I'm gonna go. I'm gonna travel the world. I'm gonna go to Alaska because I make fun of people.
Right.
Like
what?
Like, so like we can't blame people for not being able to see something that ain't meant for them to see.
Yes.
You know, you know how you put on you go to a 3D, like you go to a movie, they got 3D, you put on your 3D glasses and shit. What I'm gonna get mad at the person next to me for not seeing a hand reach out to them if they ain't got on the glasses.
Come on, facts.
It's like, yo, yeah, you gonna tell me this shit looks stupid. Actually, you're gonna look at the screen and the picture is gonna be blurred.
Yeah.
You're gonna see three things. You're not even gonna see what I see.
I'm seeing, exactly.
So you're not gonna enjoy this.
Facts.
And I can't be mad at you because yo, you don't have my glasses.
You don't have my vision, man.
So yeah, you can't see it, but that's okay. That don't mean you against me.
Yeah.
That don't mean you want my downfall. That just mean that you limited. You the fly with the they got the top off the jar, but you just don't know it yet. You just chilling.
Come on. I believe in the I call it like the Noah theory, right?
Okay.
And the Noah theory is when God came to Noah, he told him like, look, it's gonna be a flood, right? Build this ark, get 2 of every animal, and his neighbor's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's been a drought, you know what I'm saying? And he just kept building.
Yeah.
Family left him, he kept building. You feel me? People shunned him, he kept building. And it's like he was so locked in his vision, in his faith, in his belief, that it didn't matter what nobody said, you know what I'm saying, about what he was doing. And I feel like we all, whether you're an artist, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a doctor or a lawyer, like you have to have that Noah theory of, I'm doing what God wants me to do, forget what anybody else is saying, you know?
And the wild thing is you could use that to correlate that to anything. And you could, like for the people that don't have that faith, you could subtract that. You could subtract the faith part and just talk about just the instant. Like, cause sometimes like we gotta put the peel and the peanut butter to get the dog to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like my next rap, like actual album, my next project is called Jonah. I got some really dope artists on there. I got, like I said, I got Method Man on the album.
Yeah.
I got Bodie James on the album. Mickey Fax Marvel, and a few other people, right?
Yeah.
And it's called Jonah. It's a metaphor for getting out of the belly of the beast. The belly of the beast being the street, right? When you think about the story of Jonah, like regardless if you believe the story or not, I'm talking about the story on its surface level. You may not believe a man got out of whale belly. Hey man, I'm not even gonna fight you about that.
Right.
But the idea of being stuck in a place that seems impossible to get out of, and him getting out of it, is one part of it, right?
Yes.
But the other part is he had a task from God to go tell some people, like, hey, what's up? This is about to happen. Y'all gotta do this so y'all don't get messed up. I'm breaking it down like in So do this. Make sure this don't get messed up. Tell them they got to do this, and this is from God, so it'll save their town. So Noah hesitated, then he finally did it, right?
Yes.
But when he did it, he didn't have faith that the people were gonna listen.
Yes.
So he stood somewhere to watch them, right?
Facts.
And he stood under a tree. The tree had shade or whatever, and he was trying to. And you know, the Super Bible people, if I'm a little off with my story, I'm
don't
sorry,
hold it against
all right? But this is how I tell the story.
Yeah.
So he chilled up under the tree, and it was shade. You know, he's trying to protect himself from the sun. You feel me? Taking care of the tree. Yeah. Make sure the tree was good. Yeah. Then God pulled up on him and was like, "What's up, dog? How you care more about this tree than you care about the people? Like, you ain't even got no faith that so you did what I said, but you ain't even had no faith in what you was doing working.
Why you doing it? Yes.
So it's a lot of people that be out here like we be pushing real hard to do some shit that we don't have no faith in, right? So how do that help? The same way they say faith without works is void. Well, if I'm working on something I don't believe in, so you gotta have blind belief, like, and you know, sometimes it backfires. You be really bad at what you do, and you got blind belief, and it becomes delusion. But man, who the fuck is I'm to tell you delusional, man?
Right.
Why do I matter? You know?
Right.
But the moral of it was, Jonah sat there and he did a job, and he ain't have faith in the people. So that means he ain't have faith in his word. Yeah. And I got faith in the people. You know, like that's why I do what I do. Not just music, just period. I got faith in the people. There's people out there that want what I have, and there's people out there that I can help. There's so many people that say like, yo, I be going through a bad day. Like you'll never imagine. People like, yo, my mother died, man, and I just watched the battles all day.
Come on.
Like I just look like I could pull up like message after message. Where people say that. It's a guy in Australia. I got this tattoo on my arm. It says, "I am the light," right?
Yes, that's beautiful.
It's a guy from Australia. I just remember this. He said, "Hey man, do you mind if I get your tattoo? It means something to me." And I'm like, "Yeah." So he ended up getting it, and his said, "I am me." Yeah. And he had been listening to some either battles or listening to music from me, and it was like it helped him get through a depression where he was feeling suicidal, right? Wow. And his guy, like if you look at mine, it's got a guy pointing to the sky with a halo. A large halo around him. His had someone hanging from a rope from the halo, a silhouette, right? And it was just a reminder of the strength that he had to overcome what he was thinking. Yeah, that's so beautiful. So when we think about like the spoils of what we do, from like an entry level into the game, we see being on camera, we see making a lot of money, having a lot of women, you know, and it's these things like that sometimes we take advantage of or take for granted. The fact that I could literally do something to inspire or help save a life, and if I do that, if I can help change a life, just one, if I can help you out of a space that might have been detrimental, then who's to say that everything and every bit of preparation that I've taken to do what I do was null and void? Yes. Nobody. Other than your false idea of what you're supposed to get from it. Right. I mean, you can't pick what the universe pay you back. Facts. All you can do is just put it out there. Yeah. Same way when you put bullshit out there. You put some bullshit out there, you can't say, oh no, I don't want it that bad. I don't want it back that bad.
It don't work like that.
It's like, yo, you gonna get it how I gotta give it to you. And it worked the other way around too.
Facts. Now I read this book It's called The Secret, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever read it?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, for those who haven't read The Secret, it's basically about the law of attraction.
Yeah.
The universe is a mirror, so whatever you put out is gonna come back to you. So if you're thinking positive thoughts, positivity is gonna come back to you. If you're thinking negativity, it's gonna come back to you. So I always tell people, if you have this goal or this dream that you want to come to fruition, like, you have to be like a good person. And what I mean by that is, like, you have to keep your karma good. You see what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean you have to be perfect, because we all fall short. You know what I'm saying? We're all imperfect, but it's like it's a scale.
Yeah.
If your good outweighs your bad, like, you know what I'm saying?
And you gotta teach yourself how to think.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta go to work.
Mhm.
I gotta go down. Hey, mom, man, I hope it ain't no train that's gonna stop me going down. Man, I hope I don't get caught by no train.
Yeah.
Here come a train, because I was thinking about the wrong thing.
Come on.
I'm gonna take a ride to work, man. I'm gonna get there on time, man. Safe and sound, man. I'm gonna be peace, man. It's gonna be a great ride. Ain't nothing. Like, how we think is important.
Yes.
Like, how we think is like oftentimes, like, growing up just in our communities, we're not even trained how to think, because we're trained how to react, because everything is happening around us. I go outside, it's everything is happening. It's too, like, it's an overload of information or whatever. I don't understand why this nigga just got shot, or I don't understand what this woman is doing, or what this man is doing. Oh damn, it's time to go play basketball.
Right.
So like, as we go through the motions, like, we learn how to think sometimes from our surroundings. If it's a book that you haven't read, it's a book called, I don't know if you have or not, but it's a book called The Four Agreements by Luis Miguel Ruiz, or Miguel Luis Ruiz, one of the way, but his last name is Ruiz. It's called The Four Agreements, and it just talks about how we learn how to think, how we make agreements, how our parents make an agreement with us on how to think, how our friends in society, and oftentimes we operate under a set of guidelines when we don't understand other people's rules. Like, you live in your own world, you got rules. So in order for me to coincide with you, I need to understand your world.
Yes.
You feel me? If your world is this, I need to understand it. Because our worlds are different. So my world might have a set of rules that yours don't. And then we find where we similar, and then I find out where we're not. But I'm not gonna let your rules change me.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna have respect for your rules and understand that you got laws, you got agreements that you made.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I gotta be respectful of that. And I think just as a people we'll get so much further with a little empathy.
Yeah, facts. Because I feel like everyone has to, like, wake up on their own time, right? Just because you're woke doesn't mean your friend is going to be woke, doesn't mean your brother or your mom or your dad, whoever. And you can't really force certain things on people. You just kind of got to let them come to it. Yeah. And I always think about it like this, like, okay, we're told that we only use 10% of our brain, right? So what would happen if we could use 15% or 20%? Like, would we be able to talk to animals? Would we be able to hold our breath? Would we be able to, like, telecommunicate? Like, I feel like we had all these great things about us, and then as time went on, we just basically got dumbed down. So certain things that are possible, we look at as impossible. You know what I'm saying? Or if you look at the world like that, you're automatically like, oh shit, they tripping, or it's like, no, you can't just go by what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff going on in the world, and your thoughts and how your perception is gonna really dictate your future, and if your dreams are gonna come true or not. You know?
Super dope.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I want you to share with the world something that they may not know about Quest.
Something they don't know about Quest.
Yes.
I was most likely, if not one of the youngest, the absolute youngest person to graduate from my high school. I graduated high school when I was 16.
Wow. I that's so dope. I love that.
I walked into I went from the 10th to the 12th grade.
That is amazing. So how did that go? Were you, like, double promoted or?
Yeah, like I had good grades, and I was in high school, and I figured out how high school worked.
Yeah.
I've always had a knack for figuring out how shit worked.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be in high school for 4 years. My friends were seniors when I was in the 9th grade. I didn't really like being there. I I got good grades. I just wanted to just move on with my
Right.
life. It sounds wild saying, but I just walked into the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat down and I talked to him.
Yeah.
And I walked out that bitch in 12th grade.
Come on.
like I walked out that bitch in 12th grade. And like I like, you know, like my grades were good.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was still just involved in bullshit. Like I was like the person that people didn't really think had good grades because I didn't really try to do like I didn't do, like it was just easy. High school was very like easy, and it was like, it was, I figured it out. I don't know what that means now.
Right.
Whatever, but like as a 14-year-old, like I looked around and was like, oh yeah, I know how to get out of here.
Come on. Simple. I got this.
So, yeah, that's something people don't know.
Wow.
You know?
Now, I always have this part of the show where I love for my guests to leave like a jewel or a gem out to the world. So I definitely need a Quest jewel.
Okay. You keep what you have by giving it away. People hoard information when they don't like know that like the only way to keep things circulating is to keep things circulating.
Yeah.
Invest in the youth. Like if you're doing anything, like if you really like want to make a change, like I think we should make a change in a lot of different spaces.
Yeah.
But it's very, very hard to get an adult to a destination. Okay? It takes fighting.
Yeah.
It takes kicking. It takes screaming.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody said like you don't sell them a dream. You go and you sell them the pictures.
Come on.
Right? So if we can influence the youth, right?
Yeah.
The adults, the parents, the grown-ups, you're gonna look at your child and see the change in your child or the potential in your child.
Yes.
And you're gonna be hit with inspiration or shame. Either one of those may force you to look at yourself.
Right.
But even if it don't, we just plant seeds to help heal the future, right?
Yes.
So like that would be my jewel. We keep what we have by giving it away. Keep in mind that somebody always watching you.
Yeah.
I know I get on camera and tell people I shoot them in their face, and you know I would say that there is something that somebody can do to make me shoot them in the face.
Right.
But my work in the street, with just the community at whole, is something that like I pay attention to how they look at me when I'm not doing that. You know, so you know, invest in the youth.
I love that, Jewel. Now, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Just continuing to do what I do. I got beautiful children. I got a daughter that's gonna be a doctor. I got a son that's gonna be an architect.
Oh, it's beautiful, King.
So in the next few years, I'll be helping my son get through college. I'll be still paying on med school for my daughter, probably.
So you be super dad.
But like as far as me, like as long as I'm good, like I'll be participating in the things that I always have. I'll be strengthening my community. I'll be working with artists, helping them reach their dreams, helping them identify their dreams.
Yes.
And you know, I'll be doing dope shows like this on like NBC with you once you get your show. You know?
Oh, fine, I love it. I appreciate you for saying that. That's real stuff. Now, if Quest could work with any 3 artists, alive or have passed on, who would those 3 artists be?
Alright. With that said, a lot of the artists that I will work with are people. Some of them, the ones that I would name, are people that I can't work with, right? So I'm leaving them out. So I don't want nobody to be like, oh, he ain't safe.
No.
So, Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. So Jay is up there. I don't know if I want to work as much as I just want to see him work or whatever, just be around and be a part of the process. But you know, if it came down to yo, Quest, you want to throw a verse on, then yeah, it's done already.
Yes, sir.
You know, I would have loved to work with Tupac if he was alive.
That would have been.
You know, that would have been super dope. And last, Michael Jackson.
So Michael Jackson. Ooh, can you imagine you like that would be?
Yeah. More so just I like, and when I say work, like I don't even mean doing a song. I mean like, yo, if I could twist some knobs and hit record,
come on, just be a part
while
of
you doing it,
creative
just like,
process.
yeah, let me be a part of it. And then I guess those three.
Yeah, for sure. Those some solid three though. Super solid three. I appreciate you, bro, for spending your time with me and sharing your energy with me. You gotta find it one more time for sure. You guys definitely gotta tap in with Quest, and we'll see you next time on the next Hustle and Vibes.